this for the whole while.
Rolling on the river. In Memphis, y'all. And I popped a lot of chain down in New Orleans. But I never saw the good side of a city till I hitched a ride on the riverboat queen. Big wheel keep on turning, I'll never keep on burning, rolling, rolling, rolling on the river, rolling, rolling, rolling on the river, If you come down to the river, bet you're gonna find some people who live. You don't have to worry if you got no money. The people on the river are happy to give. Big wheel keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning, rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. You better do it, rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. All right, rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Rolling on the river.
So at this point, Tina was about 20 years old. I think, no. She was about 26, 27. She's a year older than John Lennon. And what's amazing here, if I can figure out how to do this is Tina at 70 years old. Yeah, 70 years old. share some of that. I saw her on that tour. That was her farewell tour, and she retired after that. Um, uh, Nobody really knows, but people suspect that she was already getting sick, and um, we don't know what she died of, but anyway, absolutely phenomenally remarkable woman. Um, it's it's hard for us to imagine. I mean, even today, even if you look at the state of the entertainment industry today, for somebody who had success in their 20s and maybe early 30s, um, when she left Ike, and I don't remember exactly what year it was, but it was early 70s, I think. When she left Ike, she walked out of a hotel room with, like I forget what she said. She had like $3 in her pocket, and she just walked away. Um, she came back. It took her a number of years. Nobody took her seriously in the business. Um, they wouldn't give her any quality material to sing. Ike tied her up in the courts for years over the name Turner. Um, you know, refused to let her call herself Tina Turner. She did anyway, but record companies wouldn't touch her. Finally, in um, I think it was the late 80s, when she found a record producer at Capitol who believed in her enough to get her some good material and produce What's Love Got to Do with It, which was a phenomenal hit. Absolutely phenomenal hit. Just, she's 40 years old, just based on her raw talent. And that's all it is, and at that time, MTV was king. And again, no black artists on MTV. MTV was all, um, middle of the road, white people music. And she just took it by storm. It was just by force of her nature, by force of her talent, by force of her presence, her personality. They had no choice but to air her videos, and that broke it open. Her and Michael Jackson were what broke open MTV to having more black music, and then she went on and completely reinvented herself, and starting at 40 had another great 30 years of career. Absolutely phenomenal and unheard of then or now for anybody to be able to do that. So everybody I know who has met her says that she is kind and generous and loving and sweet and nothing else. Mick Jagger credits her with teaching him how to dance. When they first, the Ike and Tina Turner Review, their big break was being an opening act for the Stones on one of their U.S. tours, and Mick Jagger, being Mick Jagger, he would just, without knocking, walk into the ladies' dressing room and hang out with the Ikettes and Tina, and they would cover themselves up and they would just hang out with them. And at that time, he was, and this is the early 60s or the mid 60s maybe, he would stand on the stage with a tambourine, and he would sing, and he would tap his tambourine, but he wasn't doing all these dances that he does now. And he stole some moves from the Ikettes, and Tina just took him aside and said, hey, move like this, and he's been doing that shtick ever since with great success. And he credits her in his tribute yesterday. He wrote about how kind and generous she was in showing him his moves. So here's to Tina Amazing, amazing woman. And if you get a chance to see the movie with Angela Bassett, um, called What's Love Got to Do with It? It's based on Tina's autobiography, which is called I, Tina. You can read that too. Um, a couple words about Ike. Well, no words, just a gesture. He was incredibly cruel, controlling, abusive physically, and emotionally. He was the poster boy for the psychopathic, horrible partner, and he did not get nearly what he deserved. And even after she left, him trying to control her name and everything. I mean, it's all complete bullshit, what he did. But it's funny. What's his name? Who played him in the film? Lawrence Fishburne. For years afterwards, I couldn't look at Lawrence Fishburne in a movie because it wasn't until The Matrix came out that I finally forgave him. I mean, I knew it wasn't him, but his portrayal of Ike in that film was pretty dead on. Anyway, it's worth watching. I'm sure you can find it on streaming and everything. That's all I got to say for today. I really wanted to do this. Tina Turner, she was so huge, and a lot of people, if you watch the Rolling Stones movie, I forget what it's called, but it's the one where at Altamont, where that concert that went horribly bad and people got killed. A lot of people, that was the first time they saw Tina, and she did this song, and I don't even remember the song. All I remember is her caressing the microphone, and she and it was just so off the charts erotic, and that was most people's introduction to Tina Turner. And of course, her voice. Her voice is always there. Just amazing, amazing voice. Right up there with Aretha or Ella. In terms of quality and talent and just raw power. But if you get a chance to see that, you'll see I had already heard of her because my dad was into cool music, and we already had an album of Ike and Tina, and I had already heard Proud Mary, and the amazing thing about Proud Mary, I know I'm rambling, but that's what I do, and that's why y'all love me. The Proud Mary was already a hit for Creedence Clearwater Revival before Ike and Tina did it. And when we hear that song today, we don't think of Creedence Clearwater. We think of Tina Turner. And we don't even think of Ike. We think of Tina. And that's how much she owned that song and every song that she sang. Yeah, but I had already heard of her by then, and I was already head over heels. I mean, she was absolutely my first celebrity crush. Just amazing, amazing woman. So there we go. That's what I got today. This is the week that we celebrate Tina Turner. We'll be back with more techie stuff and newsy stuff and other stuff on Monday. Kirsten, Kitty, you guys got anything?
So speaking of live music,
yeah,
right before you got on the call today, Ricky and I were trying to scheme going to see an artist that we're both obsessed with. Like literally obsessed with.
Who only ever has performed in Australia and for the very first time announced a concert date in the United States. And we had discussed this like months ago. We were like, if she ever comes to the United States, we're gonna go see her. I happened to Peach PRC.
Okay, never heard of her.
I know. She's great though. I love her. We love her. But I happened to be listening to her. She released a brand new EP for the first time. Like it's her first collection of songs, I guess. And she released it like maybe last week, and I was listening to it for the first time last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. I wonder if she's going to go on tour to promote this EP. And I looked it up, and it said, oh, we'll keep you notified when the tickets go on sale. They're not on sale yet, but there's a date in Los Angeles, in LA. And I was like, oh my gosh, no way. I happened to refresh it this morning. Turns out tickets went on sale about an hour ago, less than an hour ago.
And that's why you were running to get your credit card.
And that's why I was running to my credit card, because I happened to refresh it right now, and now we could purchase them. So they were already pretty much sold out, but I managed to like spam the refresh button enough times to have it let me buy 2 tickets. So
did you get your tickets?
I got 2 of them.
And you
I don't know if we're gonna make it happen. I don't know if we're gonna make it happen, but if we can, awesome. If we can't, no pressure. No pressure. But
faith in you. I have faith in you.
Whether or not that we could make it happen, that's not even a question. It's just me and, you know, my OCD and having to like plan things out. And
so I'm gonna drop you a very dangerous piece of wisdom.
I'm scared.
I'm not.
As you get older, the things you regret are the things that you didn't do.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a nugget.
So
you rarely regret doing something and missing the prudence.
Well, there you have it, folks.
So that's a very dangerous piece of wisdom from your very, very dangerous boss.
Also, here's something I really appreciate about this artist. These are the cheapest concert tickets that I have seen go on sale, honestly, in like a decade. They were listed for $17 before fees, but the fees weren't that bad because it was only $17 for the ticket. Right, ridiculously good.
So small venue. What's the venue?
Roxy in LA.
Oh, the Roxy. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love the Roxy if you haven't been there before. Do this. I don't know what your seats are. Are your seats like
GA?
You have like, oh, you're GA. Okay.
Yeah.
So the seats up above the rail where they have little tables, you can order food, and they have the most outrageous grilled cheese sandwich you'll ever taste.
Oh, well, there you have it.
All kinds of combinations of it. I like it with the sliced apples. And
Ooh.
it is hands down the best grilled cheese sandwich you'll ever get that wasn't made by my grandmother.
Wow. Okay. We're going to have to try that out then.
I thought you were going to give us advice on like where we should like try and set up camp. And then I just had like a thought go through my brain. Like, I'll just put Ricky up on my shoulders. Like, it'll be fine.
No, if we time it right and get there right, we could be front row.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's GA and you guys are young and spry and you know, everybody will let you go past anyway because you're beautiful. Yeah, you're gonna have a great time. Send me
if we can make it happen.
This artist.
Okay, for sure.
And there's no if. So I'm gonna quote another one of my very wise teachers.
There is no try, only do.
Try not, do or do not. There is no try.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah. Very, 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 very wise, non-human. All right, we're way over time, and I'm going to hit the road. Yeah, I am driving back tonight.
Oh, you're driving back today? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to go have lunch with Andrew at Chompy's, which is, you know, the best Jewish deli, you know, west of the Hudson River, probably. And then I'm just going to hit the road. I can't sleep in this damn bed another night. It's pretty bad.
Okay.
Safe travels on your way back.
Thank you, and to all of you who tuned in, I hope you enjoyed the music. And you know, maybe we'll try to do more of that now that I've figured out how. Maybe we'll try to do more of that in the future. Love you all. I don't have the hang of this camera. Love you all. Have a great weekend. Do all the wonderful things that you want to do for a wonderful, enjoyable, pleasant weekend. And we will see you on Monday morning, 1100, live from fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.